Welcome to the Monday Angel Messages and the energy update for the week ahead. I'm just waiting for it to start, so it's kind of showing me a weird screen. Yay, here we are. Okay, so welcome to the Monday Angel Messages, and I've got some cards for you for the week ahead. I've also got you an energy update about what is going on with the energy and some of the messages that I've been receiving recently about our current world situation and how to cope with it, how we're moving through that. So let's get started with the cards. And if you yourself have any questions or anything that you'd like help with, or you want to ask something that's, I can do here, please feel free to ask. So I was going to use my phone again like I did last week, but it simply wouldn't do it. So I'm using my laptop again. So apologies. Please let me know if the sound is okay for you. Now, as we're moving into this new energy of August, we're just in the build up right now to the full moon, which is a full moon in Aquarius. So my favorite sign, because that's my birth sign. But so for all of us, we might be feeling that energy of being able to color outside of the lines. You suddenly start to be able to see outside of the box. You also might be feeling a bit rebellious anywhere on the scale. So you might not like some things that people are expecting of you, or wanting to rebel against the rules. And that can be a good thing creatively, that you're, like I say, you're wanting to color outside of the lines. It also is the sign of the eccentric, which is, eccentric is one word of putting it. Inventive and creative is another. So it's about expressing who you really are. And I think this is the perfect time to get yourself realigned and to press the reset button, if you like, on what it is that you want to create, what you want to manifest. For me, it feels like we've come to this little peak again where we're able to clear away some of, anything of the past. I'm not talking about the long distant past. I'm saying like the last few months, the last few weeks, anything that has been heavy or stressful, or maybe you have had the energy of wanting to go for something and then your energy hasn't been quite right. So now you can start again, or you can start again with a fresh perspective, or doing it in a little slightly different way. It's like with this full moon, you've got permission to go for it. So it's a perfect time to, release some of those cords or outdated thoughts and ideas, and come back to, there's me dropping cards, come back to what do you really want? What do you want to create? And I could say so much. I'm going to say a little bit more in a second while I rescue these cards that I just dropped. So here it is. Perfect. Trapped underneath my chair. Here. Right, would you believe we've got Ariel cards, and they're all about abundance and career. So I'm going to pull a couple more. Okay. Perfecto. Really love those. So let's start with the Knight of Ariel, because that's the one that came flying out of the deck. And this one it's really about exactly what I was just talking about while I was shuffling. It's amazing, isn't it? Always happens. It's saying you've got a lot to accomplish. There's a lot in your individual life, your personal life, that you want to create. Maybe you've got really big dreams, that you want to achieve. You want them this lifetime. You don't have to second guess them. You don't have to question yourself anymore. You can allow yourself to ask for and manifest what it is that you want. But what that means is that big dreams means getting organized, making a plan. Turning up consistently, whether it's your morning intention setting with the angels and doing a little bit of a manifesting thing every day, saying your affirmations, revisiting your goals all the time. Because if you show up consistently, you are strengthening the imprint of the energy of that intention out into the universe, and that is going to come back to you. It will come back to you with guidance, with action, with synchronicity, with people coming to help you, opportunities, doors opening. All of that can happen. But it's this, if you take a look at this card, and I will put them in stories later, you'll see how the angel is planting seeds, and what she's actually planting is coins, and in the field, and it's all in a line, and she's being watched over by her guardian angel, who is the Knight of Ariel. So the Knight of Ariel comes like a guardian angel to say to you, you can have what you want, stop doubting yourself. But now's the time to plan. Now is the time to plant the seeds, to lay the foundations for what it is that is to come. And your angels will help you with that every step of the way, but you need to be the one that starts it. A lot of people don't realize this about manifesting, is that they think, okay, I give the bag, I give the idea to my angels, and the angels do all the work. Well, the angels in the universe do a lot of the work, but you have to also co-create with them. It's a partnership, and it's your energy that is in the physical realm. So you have to do certain things to make way for what is to come, right? So whether that is something that you are creating, like a business, writing a book, a new career, manifesting your love life, whatever it is, you have to put some energy in to show your faith, and also show that you are determined, you're committed, right? Now the second card is also Ariel. This one is the Six of Ariel. This is abundance, but it's also abundance that comes from gratitude, and it's also recognizing that there is more to life than what you see with your physical eyes. So sometimes we look at our bank account, we look at the wage that we get, we look at the way things are and have been, and we say, well, this is it. This is the way it is. And that isn't true at all. Sometimes you've got to surrender those beliefs. You've got to give them up. You've got to say, okay, that's how I've always thought, but I'm not going to invest in those beliefs anymore. I'm going to invest in knowing that I can create what I want, that there are ways for it to come to me. So this is about, the words say, material needs get fulfilled in magical ways. Now, Ariel is the angel associated with cash, actual money, manifesting money, especially if you are, desperate. You need to pay this bill, or you need to, you need a certain amount by a certain time. Call an archangel Ariel. Ariel is also the angel of nature. So she always relates. She teaches you through nature how abundance comes from the universe. So here we've got the tree. She's grounded. The branches are reaching out. Nature doesn't worry about where the next thing is coming from. It's always supplied, seasonally. So it's recognizing that if you ground yourself and you connect to the universe and you come from your authentic self, things can manifest for you. So I guess this is saying, don't go into doubt. We go into, oh, that'll never happen. Don't go there. Also get fully into gratitude, because gratitude will make you feel abundant right here and now. When you start to realize everything that you already have and everything that you have had to date in your life, you will feel abundant. You will realize how abundant you are. Okay, you might not yet be a billionaire, but that doesn't matter, because you have been abundantly supported in many ways. And the more you tune into that, the more you tune into that consciousness that creates it. So it's quite hard to explain, but it's kind of like when you're thinking negatively and you're associating everything with what's happened in the past, you think about lack, scarcity, limitation, you tune out the channel that is the one that you want, that will bring everything to you. You exclude it from your consciousness, you ignore it, and therefore it can't work for you. And then, so this one is really saying, be grateful, recognize that you are supplied for, and know that things can show up in surprising ways. So this week, expect surprises. Now, they might be opportunities, ideas, they might actually be a gift, but just be open to it. That's all that card is asking you to be. Now here, we've got the 8 of Ariel. Can you believe it? Like 78 cards in a tarot deck. you've got all Ariel, apart from a couple that I pulled at the end. So the 8 of Ariel is about working on things that perhaps create a problem for you in your life. So we might say someone who has struggled in the past, and we all need to go through this work, needs to work on their thoughts. Maybe they need to work on letting go of the things that have been harmful and hurtful in the past. Maybe, it's about understanding consciousness and taking a different approach, changing your perspective in life. And then again, it might be on a more practical level that they're saying you've done a great job so far, but there are new things now for you to learn. So this is for the people who are perhaps waiting for, okay, do I change my job? Do I give up on that one and go for something else? Do I go for what I want? And this is saying to you, yes, you've got what it takes to do it, but you might need to do a little bit of retraining, learning, and even doing the spiritual work, understanding how your thoughts create your experience. And expanding your knowledge. The angels are really wanting all of us right now to get out of our comfort zones. We get in ruts of behavior and ruts of thoughts and ruts in ways of being and ways of looking at the world, and all little things in our day that we do could be just repeated behavior. And this sort of saying to you, it's now time for you to stretch beyond that. Learn something different. Do something different. Because that's the only way your life will change, when you do something different. So we've got this beautiful one supporting us. And this is the 7 of Gabrielle now. Okay, we haven't had a 7 until now. So 7s are all about being on the right path. Now this is giving us a hint. It's about having confidence. It's about leaving behind disempowerment, lack of confidence, self-doubt, beliefs that don't fit where you're going. And some people don't believe they can change their beliefs. Some people think that once I believe this about myself or the world, this is the way it is and this is the way it's always going to be forever. And that isn't true at all. The change in belief will have a rapid effect on your whole life. So what do you need to change your beliefs about? Now this is really pointing to you. Like, what about yourself have you been saying to yourself, thinking to yourself, kind of wondering, that just pulls you down, makes you want to cry, makes you feel horrible about yourself and life? It's time to stop thinking those things. Change those beliefs. Recognize that that is just your ego fear mind chattering rubbish to you in your head. And the minute you tune that voice out and you tune into your intuitive voice, the true voice of your soul, the voice of the divine, then you will start to change everything immediately. This is also saying that there might be a situation where you have to stand up for yourself and what you believe in. It doesn't have to be aggressively. And sometimes standing up for yourself means using your feet to walk away from something. And claim your personal power. Stop giving your power away to people and things and situations. And finally, we've got this one. So the Lovers is, we've had 2 6s. Yeah. So this one can be, of course, about a romantic relationship. It can be about love coming back together, or meeting somebody who is meaningful, who's going to be with you for a long time, a partner who sees you for who you are. But it's also a card that is about good health, about healing, and it's about making decisions that come from your heart. So it doesn't have to be about love. It can be about starting to make decisions that come from your heart. So on a very sort of bigger picture way at the moment, I believe that what my angels have been telling me is that what we're all going through is a time of incredible change and growth. And this growth is needed for all of us individually in our lives, but also as we are in the world together to create more harmony in the world. And so we have come to this point, which someone mentioned, the tower, where it's kind of like a boil that's reached its absolute stretching point, right? It's stuff has had to come to the surface. It's come to the surface to show itself that there's something toxic there, and then, or not even toxic, it can be something that you're just done with. Everything in our lives, in our world, has a season, a cycle. And just because something is good doesn't mean it has to stay there the whole time. Of course, you know, loved ones pass away, life changes, the job might change. Things never stay the same. So we recognize the cycles and the seasons of life. And when we cling to those things and say, it must stay the same, that's when we get a situation that says, okay, life is trying to move you on, but you're not wanting to move on. So something quite intense can happen to make you realize you have to move on, or it might just force you to move on. So a good example of that is somebody who has been getting guidance for years that they've got to leave their job and it's not good for them and they don't enjoy it, but then they get sick and they're kind of forced to leave and they're on sick leave, and or they lose their job, they get fired. Something happens that the universe is right, I'm fed up of waiting for you here, you're going to have to just stop. And that's when you get the realization. Of course, the person heals because they're no longer in that toxic environment, and then they are guided onto the path, the true path, the soul path. So you never feel, Lynn, that the tower means that you are going to go through this continuously. Having that tower situation where you need a change happens to move you on, not to keep you stuck in pain and struggle. So I'll address your question a little bit later. So the angels are telling us all of this. So at the moment, we've been through all of this. It's been intense. We've been placed in lockdown. We've managed to have, you know, personal crossroads where we've managed to have a look at things. Is this what I really want? Is this job? Is this relationship? Is this the way I act and think and speak? Is this what I really want for my life? And with that, a lot of people have been getting epiphanies, recognizing, actually, I've always wanted to do this and this is my chance to do it. Or suddenly getting a business idea or a book idea or whatever. That's the universe working with you. And so as this is happening, the old, the corrupt, the toxic is breaking down. It's crumbling. It is burning away. And we're in a situation right now. I asked this morning the angels to show me the energy for this month, and I was shown a phoenix. And the phoenix was in full flight, which means that the phoenix has gone through the fire and has come out the other side reborn. That's what a phoenix does. So the phoenix energy is what we're talking about in August. So look at what is ready to go. Now it might be old pots and pans in your drawer that's taking up space, draining your energy. They're broken. Every time you look at them, it saps a bit of energy out of you. You've got to put those in the bin or recycle them or do whatever you've got to do. And then it might be the bigger stuff as well. And it's worth making the list. What energizes me and what drains me? What is working for me at the moment? What isn't working for me? And go within, because that's where the answers are. You can have a reading with someone like me and we can guide you. We can get those answers. But ultimately, a good reading or a good healing session will help you to go within so that you continue to get more answers for yourself as well. So you can come to me for guidance, of course, as well. So we're also being shown the masks. So some of us are being, it's turned into a thing that we in Australia that masks are now being recommended, and I support that. But there's something unpleasant about it, isn't there? Like about covering your mouth, your breathing, your voice, your frequency. And so this isn't forever. We're not being, this isn't forever. But it is a good symbol. One about recognizing how you use your voice, recognizing your unique, you have a throat chakra that is different from everyone else's. Think of snowflakes, right? The voice that you use, that you put out into the world, your message, the words you use to stand up for yourself, to communicate, that has a frequency, a sound frequency. Even if you sound like your mum or your sister or your dad or your brother, it doesn't matter. You still have your own frequency, even the patterns in which you speak. That energy is powerful. What you call in to your life. I would like more peaceful experience. I would like more abundance. I'd like my angels to show me, help me to communicate with them. I need a new job. Call it in, use your voice. That frequency is important. And see the mask as being something, of course, you can put it on and take it off, but it is bringing up anything in you that feels like your voice has been shut down. So if you have trouble with masks, that could be part of it. So you can ask the angels, Archangel Michael, Raphael, and your guardian angels to clear away through your past lives up to this lifetime any way in which your voice has been suppressed or oppressed or silenced, and any fear that you have about speaking your truth and letting your true voice come out and express itself. The other way that we're being shown masks is that it's about air quality. It's about recognizing your that we learned this year, didn't we, at the end of last year, how intense the whole climate change thing is. And so right now we're being given an example of what could happen if we don't change. So we're having to wear masks. So we now need to make those changes. The angels gave me that one this morning as well. We need to make these changes. But as for sort of making changes in your life, the energy is much lighter. You could be feeling a little bit more anxious every now and then, but as soon as you focus on your breath, grounding and disconnecting from fear, which means the news, too much social media, getting outside in nature, you will find yourself grounded again. So put those tree roots into the earth from your base chakra and your feet, send them deep into Mother Earth and ask to be connected. And then you can ask for source energy to come and connect with you too, and you can feel them mingling within your heart center so that you are connected to heaven and grounded to Mother Earth. That will make you feel really, really great. And then use your voice, call in your angels, call in the help that you need. Ask verbally, universe, angels, help me with this. Show me what I need to know. Ask clearly, specifically what it is that you want. And that is all about aligning you, right? I can see a few more people on here now. So, Lynn says she's been through the tower lately, which is, the crumbling, things starting to break down, traffic fine. Have I got a better time ahead? So, what I want you to know when people ask me a question like that, Lynn, bless you, is to recognize that you are the power in your life. So we are not helpless victims, or we're not like all bobbing around in the river, sort of being swept wherever we're swept, even though it feels like that sometimes, Lynn. Recognize that you are the power in your own life. You are the power and authority. So rather than have I got a better time ahead, start to affirm that life is better already. Start to call that in. Start to speak it into reality. Make your consciousness around life is getting better. So the tower isn't just sort of lots of inconvenient things. The tower is a crumbling that puts you into a place of realizing that you've got to make a bigger life change. So, like I said before, losing a job, having an accident, getting sick, something that moves you or wakes you up. It's like the cosmic alarm call. Now, when we have things breaking, sometimes that's showing us that we're coming to the end of a cycle, and we need to recognize that, maybe cut cords with things from the past, and also do a declutter. Get rid of the things that are broken and old that you don't want anymore. You can recycle, you can donate, whatever you want to do, but clear up the clutter in your life. Maybe a bit tired as well, Lynn. Traffic fine, I would look at that as symbolic. What is that showing me? Was it speeding? What were you doing, first of all? Because there's always a lesson in that, and it's not just, don't speed. Look at it symbolically. What does that mean? You have to own your energy. And if you believe that you are, destiny has hold of your life, you will always go through times where you feel like life is happening to you, rather than recognizing that you are a divine being in a human body here to shine your light so brightly. And part of that is feeling your power, recognizing that your consciousness is in charge of what happens to you. Mostly, if someone gets a flat tire, or my computer charger broke over the weekend, and actually it was a good thing, because I would have probably spent most of yesterday working, and I couldn't watch Netflix either. So, you know, I rested, I did other things. So we've got to look for the blessing in the challenges as well. So for me, I was like, okay, I need to learn something from this. Maybe I'm not recharging myself appropriately. You know, look at it symbolically. I'm just going to, again, open my door because I'm getting hot as Archangel Michael steps in. Rosie, hi, nice to see you. Hi, Kay. Could you show me what I'm to do this lifetime, what I want and what the universe wants for me, what I want the universe wants for me, because it knows we could do better. So Sky, I think that's a bit of a big question for, you know, this is something I would say your life purpose, what you're to do this lifetime and what the universe wants for you, I could say is joy. You know, that is one of the bigger purposes that we're all meant to have. And, you know, being of service is also a purpose, but you be of service in a way that fulfills you as well, that you're not just giving all your energy away and not getting some kind of energy exchange, you know, that you feel topped up, that your cup is filled as well. So, you know, you can book a reading with me, a personal reading with me, and we can put that, a question like that. But I would say that, you know, you are a spiritual person, so you're very much, I know that I see you here quite a lot, that you are connected to the angels and spirits. So this is something you need to meditate on and really, you know, trust that you are going to get the right answer. But joy is, you know, what is coming to me. I really suggest maybe, Sky, that you look at, there's a book called Holy Shift by Robert Holden, and it's about A Course in Miracles. Or look at A Course in Miracles, the workbook. That would be good for you. Thanks, Disley. Thanks for noticing my hair. Tracy loves the card readings, working hard on making changes. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, so shifting negative thoughts, I think, you know, the code for all of the change that we've been talking about, and what the universe, what the angels, what God, the divine, whatever your word for it is what this big change is about, is to change the way we think and to recognize that the power is within us and it's our consciousness. Like, the universe wants to work with you, and the same as your son, Teresa, your anxiety and depression. So anxiety is fear of the future, you know, like maybe it's a sense of overwhelm, maybe it's a sense of dread, it's fear projected into the future, or it can be trying to control everything, you know, thinking too much and trying to control things. So being in the present moment and pulling yourself back every time you run too far into the future with your head, you know, and thinking about, well, what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen next week, what about this? And also, you know, finding some tools that help you to stay present, like EFT tapping is amazing. Breathing, breath work, meditation, guided meditation even, and learning to ground is really powerful. And depression, you know, can be a suppression of what you want. So if you believe you can't have what you want, or that there is something wrong with you, or, you know, it's those thoughts that go around in our head, and you have to recognize that those thoughts are not real. They are untrue. Imagine just for a moment that every negative thought you have is just BS. It's made up. It's just like junk mail coming into your head. And everyone has those thoughts, everybody. And probably when you get tired, when you get drained, when you get overworked, when you aren't doing the right thing for your body, they get worse because your energy is weaker, and it can sort of start to impact on the energy around you, your aura, your energetic field around your mind, so that it becomes this thick, swirling grey cloud that just thickens, and it feels harder to get through that cloud, to think a positive thought. So a little bit of energy work. I've got several free meditations on my free page on rachelscoltock.com. If you go to store, let the tab drop down, you'll see free stuff. you can listen to any one of those meditations to clear your energy. That's the way to start. When you start to clear your energy, your thoughts become more natural and they become more positive, and you can start to plant thoughts, just like that card that was right at the beginning. Plant the seeds of thoughts that you want to think in your now and in your future. So you can start to go, okay, I want to create abundance, I want to be creative, I want to be happy. You start to think, I am happy, I'm creative, I'm abundant, I'm guided. The universe has your back. And when we're shut down in those grey clouds, we can't feel, sense, see, know that universal consciousness that's trying to reach us. You can't, you miss everything. It's just not there. It's there, but you're blinded. But when you start to lift that energy, you come up to that same frequency, and you start to see the little miracles and synchronicities, and things start happening to help you. So hopefully that has been helpful for you. Thanks, Phoenix. She's put up the thing of the book, Holy Shift. So another good one is Pam Grout, and the Course in Miracles experiment, and that is amazing too. So it's about recognizing, opening up to that higher stream of consciousness. So thank you, everybody. Lynn says that she has been overworking and drained. Yeah. So I find that I have little, you bump into things, you drop things when you're tired, because you're out of alignment. You're not listening to your body. Your body wants to rest and you're fighting it. And so you get more accident prone. And yeah, get rid of the past just means stop thinking about it. Sometimes easier said than done. That's why we do cord cutting. That's why we clear our energy. So go to that free page, and you can pretty much buy every one of those and have it for yourself too, if you don't want to just listen to it off my website. So I'll be putting these cards up on Instagram stories afterwards so that you can take a look at them a little bit closer. I am doing the 5 Ways to Manifest with the Angels. Is a 90-minute class coming on the 21st of August. It's a Friday morning in Australian Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. till 11:30. I'm going to be teaching you how to clear the blocks that keep you out of alignment. So clearing your energy blocks, helping you to connect with your angels and your source, realign your energy, and learn a simple technique that you can show up every day and manifest what it is that you want. So I think it's a perfect beginning. We've got the Lion's Gate this month, which is a powerful energetic opening which allows us to manifest more, and I think that's really going to help us with the virus situation. And we've also got this full moon in Aquarius, which I'm really excited about. So you can get your amethysts out and call that energy in. And we've got a reset, a new beginning. And if you're still going through a tough time, I know lots of people are, I'm thinking of you, praying for you. And let's just use our power to consciously see, visualize peace, healing, life being abundantly beautiful, rather than focusing on the fear, and then things will shift. So thanks so much. If you need a private reading or anything else, just get in touch with me and I will direct you to my website. Thanks for listening and being here. Have a great week.